Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. I welcome all of you, all of you, all of you. All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's the boy with the Pampers and the Toys, Al, recording from paradise. And please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. And also follow me on Instagram and X at the boy with the Pampers and the Toys, listed on the screen. And as well as it's connected to my toy channel, but Al, the one and only _ I got it on the screen too. I know I said it on the screen in other videos, but I didn't edit it in. So I apologize, folks. But it's on TikTok. That's Al, the one and only, is on TikTok. I post stuff, little, whatever. If you like what you see, that's player. Okay, so I'm just continuing to dishing out the WWE figures. I love WWE figures. I'm addicted to them. The Elites and the main event ones and the regular basic ones, whatever you want to call it, So today we're going to go over series, not the whole series, but a little bit of series, WWE series main event, 154. And we're going to be talking about 4 figures. 2 are the same figures and the other 2 are different. And it is series 144 right here. So we have first time in line, Kiana James. We got the Chase version and the actual regular version. I think the green one's the Chase, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And then next, we have the CM Punk, and I have some issues with him. Anyways, yeah. I'm a CM Punk fan, but that figure, yeah. Anyway. And we have a Jake the Snake Roberts, who was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. When I was growing up, Jake the Snake Roberts. I ain't gonna say this is the first time in the basics line. I want to say it, but it's not. And I love the new articulation that the basics do have. Like, you know, the basics used to just you could do the legs back and forth like this, but now you could just, you know, spread them out a little bit. That's the new articulation. I think they started that maybe, I think it was sometime last year, if I'm not mistaken. The female figures always been like that, but the male figures have gotten that new articulation, like kind of almost like Elite a little bit right here, what I'm pointing at. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get these figures open. And well, real quick before I go face forward on the figures in the white wall. I did not get, I don't like saying but I didn't get Randy Orton or AJ Styles. I'm an AJ Styles fan. I like AJ Styles. Randy Orton, he's cool. But I just feel like these Randy Orton figures, they don't do it any justice. It's like it's a hit and miss with these Randy Orton figures. They will I don't know, just they don't look right. I don't. The ones I have look horrible. It's maybe one looks decent, but so I really don't care to get Randy Orton figures. It's almost like a Becky Lynch figure. They don't never get the face right. In the body, you got some other type of articulation. I'm not articulation, but another. I don't know. And then AJ Styles, I just feel like really all his figures. What do AJ Styles figures supposed to look like? They all look the same, but it's the same facial expression. Crickets. So enough about that. Let's get this open real quick. Okay, as you can see, we got Kiana James in front of us. The Chase is on the left, and the regular version of her is on the right. So, well, you know, I got some things to say about this figure, but when we get her open and look at her up close and personally, we're going to see. But what I was talking about is so everybody can see the camera in the right, better angle. All 5, it's really 6 because Kiana James is the 2, the Chase, and the regular. So it's really 6 total figures. I was just wanting to get just Jake the Snake Roberts, CM Punk, and just her. I didn't really care to get the other 2, but let's get her open. Now, let's be honest. I think this is a beautiful figure of Kiana James, but it doesn't look nothing like her at all. This figure, well, and from a distance, I wouldn't even think it's a WWE figure. Well, at least the one in the green, but the one over here to the right, the regular version, I guess because I could tell because how the body is, made. I don't think this figure did her any justice, but it's a beautiful figure. It reminds me a lot of a He-Man figure, maybe Princess Tila's sister-in-law, sister wives, I don't know. And it's disappointing because Kiana James has been out for a minute. She was really good at NXT. They moved her to the main roster. I think the last match she had was with Io Sky and Zelina Vega, and that was it. Like, they took off TV. I don't know if she had an injury or did a girl go get a boob job or whatever. It just depends. I don't know. Did she break her wrist in the name of Chelsea Green? I love Chelsea Green. So, just basic figures. I finally accepted that they really don't a lot of them don't really look like the actual superstars. Some of them do. And later on in this video, I'm going to compare and contrast it to like my favorite female superstar basics, not elites. So I don't really, I'm just going to show the figures up close and personal before I really talk about it. And like I said again, this is a beautiful figure. The articulation is pretty good, but if she didn't come out a package of Kiana James, and if Kiana James' name went on that package, I wouldn't know who this is. I'd be like a Blue Pants from remember Blue Pants from NXT back in the day when she faced Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship? That's who I think it's Blue Pants with brown hair. Oh Lord, that looks like Blue Pants. We miss Blue Pants. Anyways, so let's talk about her real quick, because this figure is the same, just the outfit's different. So I'm just going to show it again, show the figure side by side. And my favorite one is the Chase one. I don't know, the Chase one just stands out a little bit more. So let's put her to the side. Let's see. So the figure, she like a beauty queen to me, but she gives me them WWE figures that they made for girls, the skinny ones. I think I had a Naomi one that I bought maybe for like 50 cents at a yard sale, and that's it. But that's what she kind of reminds me of a little bit. Then, like I said, she can, maybe pass to be a G.I. Joe from a distance, one of the female G.I. Joes, but she thinks she's too tall, maybe. I don't know. She'll whoop Scarlett's figure. So, let's talk about the face. Face sculpt. Beautiful girl. Beautiful figure. The hair mode is pretty good. As you see, she doesn't look up at all. She don't look down either. So you gotta accept what you can get from the basics. Now, when I turn her sideways, I don't really like it when I'm about to be really picky. As you can see, there's like a little crack where they didn't seal it all the way, or maybe on her shoulder it looked like it's about to pop out or something. I don't know. Just be careful when you drop these figures too, some of them, because after a while they maybe can split open. You got to be careful with that. Now, Kiana James is a thicker girl, so they got that down packed with this figure. I love the outfit. They painted it on, actually. So again, I think on another video I talked about female figures having a little cleavage or whatever, because it's wrestling, and the women should be able to feel how they want to feel when they dress, not from the Attitude Era days of Sable, but as you can see, they painted that on, so respectfully, you get it. She doesn't do no splits for real. You got regular generic knee pads and generic boots. She got her balled up fist in her right hand, and then she has the articulated hands moving back and forth, the wrist and all of that. So no pins in the elbows, no pins in the knees. The basics don't usually, legs doesn't lift up, so you just got to take them for what they are. Basics are like 10, 12 bucks at the store. The elites is like 22, it just depends, $22, $25, and the ultimates was 32 bucks to 35, something like that. So I just pretty much, it's not too much to say about this figure for real when you think about it, but I think she's beautiful. It doesn't look like Kiana James to me at all. It doesn't. I don't know who it looks like. She has to be somebody, but I'm going to compare and contrast with other figures. But I give this figure an 8.5 out of a 10. It's not because she's a horrible figure, but she does not look like Kiana James. I'm sorry, she doesn't. But I'm glad I got her. Where did I get her from? Did I buy her in a store or did I order her? Okay, the basic one I got from Myers. This basic one I got from Myers, and then the other one I ordered off the Mercari app. I think I paid like $25 or $30 from. I don't know. I think it was like $25 I paid for her, but she gets 8.5 out of a 10 from me. So not too much to say about that figure, and she's not horrible. Just she doesn't look like the character at all. So let's move on. Okay, now next we got the CM Punk figure. My opinion, gang, with this CM Punk figure, I don't like it. The only way I can tell this is CM Punk because of the body. And you know, there's less tattoos on her. This is supposed to be an older version of CM Punk when he was younger. And as you can see, that version of CM Punk when he was like early when he first started his career in WWE. So, what can I say about this figure? It looks like it's an early version of Mattel. The head sculpt is terrible. They got the hair pretty down packed, but this figure looked like it could be like a Dollar Tree figure in the face. I like Dollar Tree toys to a degree. It depends on what they are, so I'm not hating on them. Tattoos look pretty good on the figure, and they got this one right here. I don't know what it says. It's got some nice little ink over here, and the head doesn't move, but it goes kind of left and right. Hair mode, they got that down pack, but the face just looks very generic. You know, CM Punk does have his two fists. Not too much of a selection from the basic lines. And I do like his outfit. His trunks. I like the design. It's pretty cool. But the knee pads, pretty generic black. The boots are pretty cool too. I like that. So that's really kind of different. And I'm just disappointed that they just didn't really care to put their all into the face sculpt. Like, he just looks generic. Like, I think he's one of these figures in the future. Probably now you can find like at the Goodwill or something. Somebody didn't even think it was a CM Punk figure from a difference. They'd be like, oh, I want to donate that. Put it in the basket with all the other stuff so we can donate it. But he's pretty. The face sculpt's just horrible. The body is pretty cool to be a basic. So I give this figure a 7.5 out of a 10. I did have another CM Punk basic figure that I showed. I was going to do in a roundup when I showed him with all my other favorite basic figures, but I can't find it. I done put it somewhere in the collective of figures. So, moving on. All right, last but not least, we got the legendary, iconic one, Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, this is my second Jake the Snake Roberts figure. The first one's an Elite that I purchased, I think, at the RSL or comic book store. I can't remember where I purchased it at. And this one I purchased at, I think it was Walmart. I got this figure from. No. I got it from Myers. The same day I got that basic Kiana James figure. And you can, in the Myers in my city and state, it's a hit and miss. They will get new stuff, but I think it's only like new stuff once out of a year. But back to the figure. I like this Jake the Snake Roberts figures. I like them a whole lot. Looks just like them. Lifelike, the hair, the face. Yeah, but if you was to hand this figure to me, I know who. I think someone who can't see respectfully can tell this is Jake the Snake Roberts. So this figure right here is pretty dope. He doesn't look up, he doesn't look down. Articulation wise, cool. The body, it looks like Jake the Snake Roberts' body, because Jake was a pretty stocky guy back then. He wasn't too over muscular or under muscular, if that's a phrase or a word. You see they got the little venom snake on his design wrestling tights. And he's got the nice little wrist, articulated hands. That's what they normally do for the new figures. The older ones, and I'm just going to show you an older figure real quick, a legend figure. If I may show the older figure. Where is the older figure at? Come on, where are you? Okay, so like this Randy Orton figure, this terrible figure right here. Let me put his arms down because I don't want to bump my ring light. All right. So as you can see, they changed the. Randy, are you in church, buddy? So what I mean by the articulation is that right here. They can stretch the basic figures. You know, the male figures can. You know, you can move their legs, you know, stretch them out. And so, well, you can always move their wrists. So that ain't new articulation. So I'm sitting here lying. This is an older Randy Orton figure. Don't look nothing like him. You would never know that was Randy until you see the shirt. But other than that, this is, I guess if you was to do the foot articulation, then basically you wanted to come in basic. But basic figures don't lift their legs up. That's what sucks about them. But I really do like this Jake the Snake Roberts figure. I really do. I like the design of these boots too. These boots are pretty cool right here. So, and I know with him, yeah, you can bend the knees, but you got to be careful too because you can break their legs. I think I broke one of my figures a while back. I can't remember who it was, but I had a funeral for it and threw it in the trash. So this figure right here definitely gets he gets a 9.5 out of a 10 for me because it looks just like Jake the Snake Roberts. And there's not really much to say about these basics. So he's pretty cool. I didn't give him a full 10 because it wasn't nothing they could have did better. But I do want them to work on the articulation for their legs so their legs can lift up a little bit with all their figures, not just Jake. And so on. But he gets a 9.5 out of 10 for me. So, alright, so with the Kiana James figure, I'm not going to have them both together when I compare and contrast them to other figures. I like comparing them to the other figures just to show the look of it. And it's fun. So I'm going to do one figure every 2 female wrestler figures. So let's be fair. Okay, so as you can see, she's next to Shayna Baszler and Lacey Evans, who used to be in WWE. And they didn't know what to do with Lacey. They could have just kept Lacey the Southern Belle. I think once they try to make her to a Sonya Blade Mortal Kombat character, I get it, she was in the Marines, but I guess nobody wasn't feeling that change. Like, girl, we know you was in the military, and I respect the military. I love the military. I salute to them right now with everything they're doing. So, but these are my favorite figures. The Shayna Baszler's figure, as you can see, the collective soul, whatever it was called with her and Sonya Deville and Zoe. Oh gosh, oh Lord, my brain. Zoe, not Zoe Kravitz, but Zoe. I apologize, Zoe Starks, because I like Zoe Starks, but there's no more. What's her name? Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville. I'm sorry, Sonya. I like you too, but they got rid of Sonya, so now it's only them 2 left. But these are my favorite figures. Just running my mouth. Now, I definitely like these Liv Morgan basics. They pretty much look the same, but makeup is kind of different. And again, they don't do like the height. I ain't expecting them to do the height like a real human being, but we know Liv Morgan is short. and Kiana James is pretty tall, so that's what kind of like throws me off with these figures. You know, you look at it, you be like, "Why are they the same height?" But that's just something that Mattel has to work on down the road. It's just something they got to work on. But these two Liv Morgan figures are pretty cool, pretty cool. Now this Xia Li figure over here to the left, and this Zelina Vega 2-pack with Andrade. It was a Battle Packs figure. I like both of them, especially that Zelina, not Zelina, but the Xia Li figure. This Xia Li figure, that would be my top 5 favorite basic female figures of all time. Should be my top 5. But again, the height thing it throws you off when you look at your figures. But I guess you don't have to look at it as like that. But moving on. Next, she's next to two of my favorite basic female figures. That is the old Toxic Attraction, used to be with Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan on the left, and JC Jane on the right. And they're actually kind of built alike, so it's like they got the same kind of body type to the degree. But I really do feel like, well, they look like they could be the same size. But I think they carved Gigi's chest area to be more bustier than the other two, or maybe they the same size, and I'm just looking at it a certain way because they drew it on. But other than that, these are in my favorite basics lines of female superstars. Then next, I got her next to two newbies just like herself, Maxine Dupree on the left and Thea Hill on the right. I want that Chase version of Thea Hill, but I don't want to pay that much for it, and I can't find the Chase version in the stores, so I gave up on that. But definitely, this Maxine Dupree and Thea Hill's really good figures as well in the basic lines. Next, we got our next. Next, she's side by side with King Coda, Dakota Kai, her basic figure. I don't know if that was her first figure or her second one, but I do have the OD Light figure of her that's kind of like that. And then Tegan Knox used to be in WWE, but they let her go. They didn't really know what to do with her. And both of these figures, basic figures, look really good. So showing her side by side with them in the King Dakota Kai figure, that's what she used to look like in NXT days. Now the girl has did a whole 360. I liked her wrestling back then. I still like her as a wrestler, but I think she hurt herself too much wrestling like that back in the day. Then got her next to Scarlett, which Scarlett, you know, is no longer with the company. She's one of my favorite ones. I saw somebody do an actual custom version of Scarlett. They used the hands and the boots and the hair to make the custom one. It was magnificent. It's on Instagram. And then we got this Mandy Rose. Well, you know Mandy was a short QC blonde. I think the pink version of this figure looks better than the other one they hit in blue. That's the Chase version. So, and they got her down packed right, because Mandy Rose is pretty short. I just wish they would do that with the other figures, have the height thing going. Got Shayna and Bailey. I think that Bailey could have been a 2-pack. I can't remember. It might have been an individual one, basic figure, but I do like that Bailey. That's when she was in her beginning stages of being a heel. And then this Shayna, she looks like the same as the other, but she's got eye makeup or something differently this time. So hopefully they come up with a better Shayna Baszler figure, but I still like it. Now next we have an Alexa Bliss and a Naomi, kind of similar. I guess it's supposed to be the glow type of situation, but I think it's more like her new heel without the hair and the smile. You know, because it's like some caution tape almost. So, you know, it makes sense. And it's Alexa Bliss. Is I guess when she's can't say with the Wyatt 6, 7, whatever you call them. But it's something. It's a great basic figure. I just don't like her torso area being so long because Alexa Bliss is a itty bitty girl. All right, we almost getting down to the last four. These are two out of four. Uh, B Fab and Indy Hartwell. You know, Indy Hartwell got released last year. B Fab's career is going to be pretty tremendous in WWE. She's really coming up. Her wrestling, she's the full package. She's good with promos. Beautiful, tall, leggy. Kind of want them to take a little hip hop thing away from her. I don't like the hip hop thing, but I think she could do better without that gimmick. And Indy Hartwell, I had high hopes for her, but I guess the creative team didn't know what to do with her. But that's a beautiful figure right here. Both of these figures are really stunning. And this was Indy Hartwell's first and last figure. I hope, and as you know, with the new female figures, some of them are the articulation is different. I mean, this one got pins, but her boots can move back and forth, which that's on another video. So neither here, neither there. And you know, these are all right. Actually, I kind of lied. It's just a boot articulation because this is an older Cameron figure from when her and Naomi they were a part of the duo Funkadactyls, and Aaliyah. This was her first and her last figure. It's a beautiful figure, by the way. So I hate that both of these ladies are not long with the company, but hey, it is what it is. But there you have it for the women, comparing the basics. Alright, so now I consider myself having 3 basic CM Punks, and all these figures is terrible. I mean, you can tell CM Punk by the body, but I'll talk about these other two on my, what was it? The Elite Series 113, the 4 figures I talked about. So I thought these figures, I don't think they do CM Punk any justice when it comes to the basics line. Well, you know, what can you say? What can you say? I wonder if you could take the head off. It ain't gonna be worth it, but there you go. Now these 2 figures on each side of CM Punk, Austin Theory on the left and Finn Balor. These are good looking basic figures. Now again, Finn Balor, is it Baylor or Balor? I'll try it. Baylor. That's the old articulation right here, as you can tell, on the waist area. And they did a good job with the face sculpt and the body posture. Now Austin Theory, he was in a 2-pack, I think, with Roman Reigns. You haven't seen Austin Theory and I haven't. I think he's back. I'll glance. I hit and miss glance at SmackDown and Raw on YouTube a lot. I don't watch it on TV or what you could say Netflix. So now next we got Damian Priest, a basic figure. Damian Priest is a great looking figure, and then we have MVP over here to the right, which MVP figure is pretty good as well too. So I remember doing a reel on this one. I got a lot of views on that. Thank you, YouTube world. But again, the CM Punk. Now it's Ricochet. It's Ricochet figure, and Logan Paul figure is not that bad at all. Them two had some good matches in WWE. Ricochet is no longer with the company. He's with AEW, and Logan Paul, I think, got one of them part-time contracts that he get paid a lot of money for. And both of these figures look really good, and just glad I showed them. This Chase U figure and Cody Rhodes figure with the suit on is pretty cool. The one thing, it's the old articulation with the Cody Rhodes. But one thing about that figure, you can take the head off and swap it and make somebody commissioner. And if you don't feel like doing a Build-A-Figure Adam Pearce and all of that, and or William Regal or something. There you go. You got your body, your suit right there. Just snap the head on. So both figures look really good. Now, if I'm mistaken, I think the guy on the left, I think his name is Kushida. I don't know if he's no longer with the company, but if I got his name wrong, please write in the comments in the future, please. And this Matt Riddle basic wasn't too bad at all either. Could have been better, but he's still one of my favorites. So I want the original bro to come back to WWE. Bam. Now, as you can see, we got him next to Reggie, aka Sticks. Reggie used to be with the company as well too. He was released. Very good talent, but they tell him some whack storylines. Yes, that's the Chase version of him. I got the regular ones in the white pants. And then we have Karrion Kross, which him and his wife Scarlett was released. I showed her figure along with the females, and this Karrion Kross basic looks really good as well too. It actually looks better than his Elite that was out. So, and almost getting down to the final four. This is 2 out of 4. This Carmelo Hayes and this Brian Breaker, which this Brian Breaker is the old style basic. So I thought that Brian Breaker looked pretty good. And that came from, I think, a 2-pack, if I'm not mistaken. I think it did, I'm not for sure. Then the Carmelo Hayes is pretty good. That's his actual second figure, because his first one was the Elite. So just want to show that. Then last but not least, we got him with this 2-pack Jey Uso. Well, it was from the 2-pack. I thought that was a good looking figure of Jey Uso. And then this Roman Reigns, I like this basic one because it's a different head sculpt, and I don't know, it's just something different about the Roman Reigns figure, because all his figures usually got the hair wide all the way to the back, the hair sculpt, and then that face that looks like there's nobody there. But I think they're getting better with Roman Reigns' facial expressions now on his figures, including the basics. So that's a good plus. So there you have it. We got this is the CM Punk. Then this last but not least, the Jake the Snake Roberts. So I really do feel like Jake the Snake Roberts and Sergeant Slaughter will be the only 2 oldest basic Legends figures of a wrestler that I have. Even though this Jake the Snake Roberts is pretty new in the basic series, the main event series. Then we got Davey Boy Smith, aka British Bulldog, over here to your left. That was from a 2-pack. Pretty decent figure, but I still didn't feel like it got his physique all the way right. But it's a basic figure, duh. So now I wasn't supposed to show no elites in this video, but this is the second Jake the Snake Roberts figure I do have. This one, the one over here to the right, I showed that in the previous video of the Legends. So he's a pretty swell figure. So now you know there will never be a WWF without Mean Gene Oakland. Oh man, this is my childhood all over again. Mean Gene interviewing Jake the Snake Roberts about his next upcoming match. So before there was all these reporters on Wrestling Today, there was a Mean Gene Oakland. God rest his soul. But that's the only figure I got. He came from a 2-pack basic line, I think with Hulk Hogan, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. But someone gave that to me because it was hard to find this figure. I wish I would have found the 2-pack. I know they probably want $1 million for it online now. Jeez. And got him next to the Miz over here. This basic Miz that came out maybe last year sometime. And then this basic Rey Mysterio, which is a pretty cool figure as well too. So I don't have too many older figures from Jake the Snake's era. Wish I did though. And then next I got him next to Eddie Guerrero, this basic figure. And Shawn Michaels. That was a pretty decent Shawn Michaels figure. It wasn't the best, but it was. I knew it was Shawn Michaels if you give me the figure. Definitely because of the hair, the face, and the pants. So, just showing that. Won't be a Legends line without Stone Cold and Edge. Edgehead. You think you know me? You think you know me? But I didn't like that Stone. I mean, Stone Cold was decent. I'm still showing him. He wasn't the best looking Stone Cold at all, but he was just okay for the time I had him. He was actually the only Stone Cold I had up until I started getting these elites. All right, last but not least, we got Daniel Bryan. That's the only Daniel Bryan WWE figure I have. And Kane. I've always been a Kane fan, even with the mask on, the mask off. So, there you have it, everybody. Compare to contrast, everybody. All right, folks. So there you have it. We talked about today both Kiana James, the regular and the Chase edition, CM Punk, and legendary Jake the Snake Roberts, all from WWE Main Event Series 154. And I'll tell you what, I might not have been pleased with all the figures. You know, I had my hits and misses about them, but I would say still add them to your collection if you're a big WWE fan of the genre for over the past 40 plus years. And I'm glad to have them, regardless of what I said about the CM Punk and the two Kiana James. It is what it is. So, I would like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Payments of the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Payments of the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also, follow me on Instagram and X at The Boy with the Pampers of the Toys on the screen. As well, if you would like to join me on TikTok, you know, I'm going to try to do something different on there. I'll just be tired from work, gang. I apologize. I'll be tired when I get off. I work a hard labor job. I don't know how I have time to do this, but I make time, I promise. I'm a big fat, so I sleep. Who don't sleep? Anyways, but enough about that. But yeah, I love all the figures, so I might get the, if I see the Randy Orton or the AJ Styles for cheap, maybe $5, I'll probably buy it. But you won't get my $12. Sorry, Wally World and Tarjay and all the online stores. Everybody have a good day. Kiana, Mary Kate, Ashley Olsen, Jake the Snake, put snakes on them. And CM Punk's like, look at me, I don't look real. Bye-bye.